to my channel. I'm going to go ahead and do some more collective messages. The collective messages reading I just did has no sound throughout the entire video. So I did say I would come back and maybe do a different video, but I'm going to go ahead and do a collective video one more time. Alright, so please keep in mind that not all my messages will resonate with everyone. If you're a new viewer, please keep in mind you may need to flip or switch the roles. When I'm talking about one thing, it might be something else. And the signs involved and all that, with it being a collective reading. Okay, so in the other reading, there was much confusion about your willpower. Alright, and there's someone in a leadership position, an emperor in reverse, that had a collaboration, and there was some kind of deception behind the laws and philosophies being used here to not close out a cycle. I'm trying to get that reading back. Okay, so that is pretty much what the reading was, since there's no sound. So if you didn't get to hear it, I guess it wasn't meant to be heard by everyone. All right, okay, so I do appreciate the likes, subscribes, comments, shares. I think I turned the comments off. Thank you for helping my channel grow. Any blessings back to you. All right, the first house, this is about who you are and the way you project yourself, what you're attracting at this time. It is Aries energy, and what someone thinks they know about has brought about a lot of confusion, and now like no one wants to take responsibility for the confusion. The sun. So that's being brought to light. All right. What is happening here for the collective? You're being very unconventional. There's something very unconventional about you or your situation. Non-conformity. So, and I want to mention that just because something is unconventional doesn't mean it's new. Okay? Some of the oldest things on earth are unconventional. Okay? There's a different way of looking at something because an unexpected change is occurring. So there's an unexpected change occurring because there was a vision here. A planned vision, your destiny, your career, and where you're going. 10th house, where you're going, your destiny, your focus, your dedications, what you are responsible for on your journey. There's a major change coming about with your destiny. It's unconventional, an unconventional change. There's some information that could be bringing about this change. Communication, Mercury, Gemini, communication with or about a support system, a home, or a family. And this is your part of your destiny. This is those cards were all in the upright, which tells me you took responsibility here for whatever position that you find yourself in. With the first house, whatever position you find yourself in from your own actions, from who you are. You're not responsible for how people perceive you. You're responsible for your own actions. The sun and the 9th house. There's that confusion. So the confusion regarding these actions, or regarding your defenses, or regarding whatever it is you do that makes you you. I got Pluto here. All right. Wanting to resurrect due to some kind of obsession or struggle, because I have sacrifice over here and confusion and all such here. So if you're getting to the heart and discovering within your heart If you're discovering within your heart the cause of your own confusions, then it doesn't put you in the position to where you're responsible for others' confusions and struggles. In other words, you're not entitled to do something, have these thoughts and words about what you're doing. All right, what is this? This is the past. Past actions. I was going to say, what is this first house? Came over here on the tarot, so I'll get to the tarot. All right, this is the past, the attitude, your actions you've taken in the past. Maybe you've totally switched yourself up there and cooperation to perfect. Decisions regarding fairness. So now, in the past, there were unfair decisions, or maybe your focus was being unfair to yourself here, and you have switched that up, which has led to this confusion. You having the self confidence to take a chance on with Leo and the Sun. There could have been some kind of leader here. The lead by example card came out in reverse in the previous reading. So there was somebody unable to demonstrate, a leader leading but unable to demonstrate. What is that? So it's a teacher that's not willing to be the student and the teacher at the same time. It could be something like that, because that came up. Well, it's just coming back to me. All right, this is Sagittarius. About the fire, the struggle, the rules, struggling about the rules or the ideas. That leads to nowhere, I'm getting. Saturn. If it leads to concerns and cautions and more confusions, and it leads to nowhere, it leads to more karmic lessons or ties or toxicity or more involvement of the same. You have balanced cooperations with your partners here and now. So. Let's get some tarot here. What's happening for the collective? Oh. Something's new and different about this Seven of Swords. Your strategy, first of all, Seven of Swords can mean strategy. I said you switched your strategy up. This was about vision, so a deception about where somebody was going. So lots of news has been either discovered or has a news as in information, passing of messages from however means, doesn't matter. The passing of messages that aren't supportive or truly supportive. 9, right. Passing messages of concern or anxiety. But it's projections here. Page of Swords. Projections. All right, it's spying, looking at. So it's like, curiosity killed the cat type of energy too. What you think you know, or this is the inability to learn something new with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. So the Moon. Some kind of fear about where you're going being projected here. The fear part of it is the Two of Wands in reverse. So after the Two of Wands comes the Three of Wands, ships coming in. So this is somebody who's got the world and looking at it in their hand up on a hill, beginning to build a foundation with those two wands, but it's not workable information, or it's not, or it's immature. You got Temperance here, very mature. There's moderation, the angel of temperance, blocking this past. Knight of Wands in reverse. You know, that is more than just in and out energy. It's flighty. It doesn't know what it wants or doing. Doesn't know what. Maybe this is a time when you didn't know what you wanted. Yeah. Somebody doesn't know what they want here. There's a history of something. A history of what? The Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Very greedy dynamic here, I'll have to say. I won't leave that out. No obsession with these pentacles, but it leads to a loss. It also leads to disconnection. Four of Cups leads to disconnection. Or it could lead to boredom. Or it could lead to, it's about who you are. Somebody's two-faced. Or doesn't make good choices in love, or Lovers in reverse, Gemini. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, codependent upon the situation very much. The Nine of Pentacles led to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This is a very much entitled or feeling entitled with the struggle. Or it could be somebody of an energy of, yeah, trying to humble something. I've got the Three of Wands upright. I just talked about the ships coming in. After the Two of Wands, the Three of Wands comes in. But it's not coming in. Not being able to change where someone's going because lack of resources now as well. Or on the inability to demonstrate something that somebody feels like they know a lot about. King of Swords in reverse. It's not logical. So that's being like flagged. There's a red flag of something not logical. Queen of Cups, Lovers in reverse. Could have given this to this energy at one time, or you were somehow part of this obsession. Somebody felt like they needed to control something. Sun in reverse. Where something, the natural sources of things, or one's own natural abilities, or something's very subjective. Wow, the Angel of Temperance again, protected, standing your ground. Six of Pentacles, need fair and balanced. Something was not fair and balanced. Page of Cups in reverse. Sun in reverse. Information. It's about a battle though. This is information to battle, otherwise the king. So the Knight of Swords tells me this is an immature energy because, okay, so there's a disconnect. Okay, now there's a disconnect with the communication. Why? Because it was a win at all costs. Or everybody walked away, changing death. Or the energy of Scorpio. Everybody's walking away from the obsession that was created about where somebody was going, as simple as that. Queen of Swords. It could be like cutting this energy off, or it's cold. It's like a cold reception. There's this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Moving to calmer waters, with or without it. From the past. Moving forward from the past. Taking your losses. Hierophant in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. Not staying for purposes of finances, or not keeping things going for that reason with a collaboration group or a third party. Nine of Swords in reverse. Seven of Wands in reverse. So it was something unprotected about the past or this history. That's what the history is. The history was anxiety, trouble, and unprotected pentacles. And here's more pentacles. What's up about these bits? Virgo in reverse. Hermit in reverse. Outside energy, not going within before making wise choices with what you're investing in, long term, generations. Something trying to come in about being free of these thoughts and these patterns that are created with these other energies. Sun in reverse keeps coming up. So it's releasing the struggle. I mean, the Sun in reverse is still a happy card. It is still a happy card. I want to see what this says. I'm going to cover that card. Everything you need, your courage, strength, compassion, and love, everything you need is already within you. So this is somebody seeking happiness outside of them instead of finding happiness within them and then being happiness. There's a difference between being happiness and looking for happiness. Yeah, okay. Well, this looking and this information or this whatever worries that were created here, there's been some kind of battle, lots of wounded. Runes could be significant. Wounded warrior, not wounded warrior. Page of Wands in reverse. There's some kind of undesirable news. And the undesirable news is somebody's getting is it's not affecting where you're going. Whatever, all energy that was put in, still about 22-2 juggling. So as long as you're juggling, you're part of the struggle. All right, could be seen or recognized and celebrated at this time for breaking free from something that was very conventional or perceived to be, but it's really quite accepted or something. That just fell down. I said quite accepted and judged, and it comes out in reverse. So, but for judgments are coming from a place of fear. Here, juggling due to fear. Fear of what somebody thinks here. This is the fear of comparisons, fear of having flaws. Fear of having flaws. Okay. Seven of Swords. Fear of being seen. Group celebrated too soon here. Group projecting some kind of judgments with some really petty information. Color yellow could be significant. So this has been a battle. And now that whatever was put out there is not, somebody's not ready for it to actually come back. Ricochet. Whatever's still dependent upon somebody's choices as well. So this is being free and independent from other people's choices with where you're going. King of Cups, emotionally mature. Something's not adding up. Rose could be significant. Emperor is upright. And the last reading, well, the one I just did before this one that has no sound. The Emperor was showing up over and over again in reverse. So now it's upright. This is Aries energy. Hangman. 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Here I got the High Priestess and the Tower. Whatever faulty foundations that were created around or about somebody's stability that was reliant on something else, so it was like a domino effect of reliance possibly here, are putting off a burden onto energy because not wanting to deal with it, something like that. Excuse me. What's going on here? The World. The Emperor in the World. This is a masculine energy that is definitely closing out cycles that do not pertain to their wow. I just saw the High Priestess. Page of Cups in reverse. Use your intuition about this. There's a balance here to being restored. There's an innocence here. Somebody wants to appear innocent. Whoa. Lovers in reverse. Gemini energy. Use your intuition. Well, these messages. Why are these messages coming in anyway? 6 of Cups in reverse. Okay, because there's not an honest reflection here. Or it's, if you can't honestly reflect with yourself, you're not going to be able to honestly reflect with the energy around you. You're just going to attract energy that continues to validate what you think you know, something like that. About a 10 of Cups. This is all about a 10 of Cups. Where somebody was going. 5 of Cups in reverse without the old baggage, I want to say, or some of that, like that. Burning through money, poor investment, and broke. So now there was a poor investment. That was, and now the energy's broke, or you had a poor investment that you learned a lesson from, or that was what that was about. And energy has a lesson to learn about an investment. What kind of investment now? It's like a judgmental investment. So it's investing on changing something in someone else's life without, and not. So it's like, if you're not minding your business, who is? Does that make sense? Heavy energy. So this is heavy energy. It's like wearing a mask, false positivity. You're telling this energy no, because you're seizing something that you're right on time for. It's like you are more clear about where you're going when you know what you're not doing. You more know what you're doing. Finding fertile ground for yourself. Your heart's desire is blooming. Something is stroking the passion. There is a drum here, so there could be some kind of musician or musicianship. Stormy relationship. Heavy energy. Wanting to stay down where, or it's comfortable where it's at. Yeah. Something comes back to bite someone when you communicate or don't take responsibility, of course, karma. So you've already learned some kind of lesson about taking accountability here because you've already experienced what Saturn does. Sunny outlook, blossom open to divine inspiration. I said you learned some kind of lesson, therefore the divine steps in. Something is not protected in such a way someone thought it was. You're getting it together. It's all lined up for you. There's still a stormy relationship, trouble strikes, and an uproar lingering. Doing the heavy energy. What is this? You can't fake it. All that glitters isn't gold. Okay, all that glitters is not gold. And that's that 10 of Pentacles and what this energy brought to the table. You're saying no to the struggle and the obsession. You could have drifted apart from this energy. You're being shown the way, and energy is continuing to burn through money, and it's continuing to be a poor investment. Your beliefs are right for you at this time, and what you're feeling about this negative, heavy energy over here. You are here for a reason. So a purpose and a reason did come out of this. Make each day count through heavy energy. This is heavy energy on a daily basis. So it was very a struggle time there. I said you attracted this. Like attracts like, the law of attraction. Now you're being asked to lead by example. If you are willing to be the student and the teacher at the same time here, you have like an advantage there, just because that's just a natural advantage. Has nothing to do with one-upping. It has to do with, actually here, forgiveness. Forgiveness. And this expectation that it was attached. Appreciate your talents. Discovered a new talent. And here the talent card again. Appreciate your talents. There's a talent that is to be discovered with divine inspiration. And it's coming from the past, but not that the past isn't necessarily going to be a part of it. It just it's like you were built for this or something. Inspire others. All right. Thoughts create your reality. You have thoughts that inspire others. You're very grounded, inspirational, or you took charge. You realized all that glitters is not gold, and kindness counts. Practice moderation. Inspire others. There's an energy here of not themselves and looking for something outside of themselves. Themselves outside of themselves? Or maybe you're expecting yourself to show up in someone else, and that probably won't happen. There's a lot of judgment here. You're practicing non-judgment, possibly letting go of the ego. Yeah, choosing love over fear. So if you're practicing non-judgment, that's cool. All right, give it to God in reverse. Take a deep breath. On the exhale, release the situation to God for healing and answers. This is about an answer. And it happens to be in reverse. So you either release the control and got an answer, or that's what you're being asked to do. There's deep emotional healing involved here. Let yourself sparkle and shine with opal. You're very shiny at this time. The opposite of the heavy energy. You were able to create something. Your spark kept lit quite bright. Again, forgiveness heals. Right here, forgive yourself. So there's an awful lot of heavy burdens about carrying mistakes and carrying things that are actual part of life that people probably don't understand. If you haven't gone through it, then you probably don't understand it. We've got ceremonies and celebrations. I'm getting with this, let yourself sparkle and shine in ceremonies and celebrations. You are being celebrated. And it could have to do with appreciating your talent. You are being celebrated. Because you have... What is that? Spam. Anyway. The past. What are we doing? Passion and purpose. With your talent. And appreciation. Again, deep emotional healing. Unnecessary worries is in reverse. You're not carrying the worry and the attitude of the past with you with your appreciation. It's just like the two can't stay in the same place at the same time. Something was or is still very conventional, but normally this is something about, again, if you're not minding your own business, or what? Multifaceted. There are many layers and situations to the person or situation you're asking about. There's a lot to it, the many layers. What about it here? Purification and detoxification, many layers to purify and detoxify. Possibly. It's about doing the work, reducing the stress. Spiritual path is in reverse, natural beauty and authenticity in reverse. That just tells me there's a lot of comparisons and a lot of deep rooted ideas and beliefs and plans that failed. There's a harmonies call here. Those are the scales of balance. They're being restored at this time. You have a flame of courage to let yourself sparkle and shine. This flame of courage, I said something couldn't be put out. Seek truth in the situation. Who and what you're celebrating with, and there is a higher wisdom celebrating you too. I said something really nice here. There's a higher wisdom. And a growth potential. That is the dove of peace. There's a commitment between two people. Inner vision is needed. You're going forward. That's like light speed, or the light was frozen for this picture or something of the past. So you're light speeding past the past to new heights. You're reaching new heights. You've already been through the valley of shadows, or you're going to soar through the valley of shadows. There's making miracles and the winds of fortune here. Multifaceted winds of fortune and multifaceted make miracles. Many dimensions to these miracles and layers. Wow. Winds of fortune, make miracles, embrace potential, higher wisdom. All coming from a higher wisdom, not one you read about, but one you experienced. Something like that. I got the sun. I'm going to clarify with more tarot. I got the sun here, upright this time. When you let yourself sparkle and shine. 3 of Cups. Now you're being celebrated, or you have the flame of courage to stand up here with or about a 3 of Cups. Ace of Wands in reverse. Those who don't have your same growth potential. Chariot, Cancer of the past, or still have a blindfold on. Magician, you have infinity here. Going forward with all the tools. This is lacking a tool, but you're not lacking the tool. This is just going against the flow. You're getting news. There was some kind of fear involved with your sun. Sun. Happiness. So you're not in the power struggle in the sun. Or in the 5 of Swords, competing for some kind of, so it's like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And here we got the past. This is an honest reflection. Here, the 6 of Cups is in reverse. Here it's upright. Making miracles, seeing things from an honest perspective. There's a tower. This is about a tower, or what was... Let me see. The reason it hurts so much to separate is because our souls are connected. There's something that feels connected, but a miracle's taking place. It is about fear, being seen. It's like such a Got a choice. No longer choosing to be part of this. Um, moving to calmer waters instead. You got a choice, of course. So you could be moving away from being judged about it. Devil in reverse. You took accountability for anything that you felt that was, or you were already. Sometimes people are very hard on themselves. Okay. Free yourself. Retreat. Free yourself and retreat. Or this energy would like you to retreat with it. But you deserve love. There's religious factors that could be attached to kind of, draw you into the back in. We got romantic feelings. Okay, so there is romance where you're going. There's a codependency here. I said something about codependency earlier about somebody's decisions, choices, and there's a separation. So there's some kind of you're not in a worrisome mode over this moving away from. You made a clear choice here. With true love, you have true love here. Separation, you're separating from what is no longer coming forward with the true love. You called in your soulmate, you're freeing yourself, and again, religious factors are not a factor, which tells me you've already worked through some things, and therefore it's like who you are vibing with or who your true love is coming to be is not going to have differences can be worked out type of thing. True love coming in very soon, in which differences aren't such tragic things. Free yourself. It is safe for you to love, so free yourself from whatever is whispering it's not safe for you to love. One more. Trust. Right. Okay. So trust what you know. Unrequited love. There's an energy that wants you to give that you may be feeling that you can't trust this. Finances and career. Free yourself. Love yourself first. Could be trying to influence a decision on that 10 of Cups that came out earlier, a wedding. Trust your intuition about information coming about meant to disrupt plans here. Let's see. Hang on here. Let's see how long I've been going. I hope the sound works on this video. If you want to hang around, I'm going to get a couple more things regarding this energy. Then I got stuff I got to do. I don't know if the sound will be recovered on that previous video I did this morning or not. Be cool if it would be. I'd like to see both of these together. That would be fun, but I don't guess that is probably going to work out. But again, please don't forget to hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I'm going to grab a couple more things here. Find previous readings under the live tab pretty much for the last year and a half at least. Live readings. Shield your energy in reverse. Align your universe in reverse. Let's just say. It's time to relax. Learn how to relax. Travel awaits you. Maybe a relaxing travel awaits you. We have light codes, the information, how you process information, where the information comes from, all information, absorbing information or observing information, light as information, information as light, ascended masters, create open communication with the ascended masters. This is light information. And you could be blocking. Wow. We got lead the way. Travel away to you, or you are just like wherever you go, you are leading the way. Huh. 24, 23, number 23, number 24. So that's the number 5, the number 6, 56, 65. Between worlds. There's a mirroring here. Between worlds, we got, what is that, a buck and a sea turtle. New direction, traveling in a new direction toward an eternal union, sacred union. When you lead the way. Love and light and Kundalini is in reverse. It's a reminder that not everything and not all information is of love and light. Not all wants to renew, or it'll renew in a way that it's meant to. Not all energy is meant to awaken. This is carries kind of weird frequency here. I got 26. 23, 24, 26, and 22. 22, 23, 24. It's going backwards, though. Yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Shield your energy again when you're, all right, something about shielding your energy or what you're absorbing. And there we have eternal union again. It's a balance here being restored between the divine masculine and feminine energies. There's some kind of gatekeeping energy here. But, you know, gatekeeping energy only works when you buy into the gate part. Otherwise, it's just keeping. That's like a little world. It's a little bead, a little round bead and regeneration. And then I got another little round bead that's a malachite, which is prosperity, abundance. And then I got amethyst, which is a regeneration of prosperity and abundance. The universe isn't lacking in anything. Any lack is a projection from oneself. Any lack. It's a human thing. All right. For the collective, what is going on? Gigi here. I got a crush. We could have a crush. RUSH. It's like Rush. The band Rush. Possibly. I don't know. You know, Getty Lee band Rush. Comes to mind because I guess if I take the C away, I have Rush. Or something could be very rushed. Sushi. Rushed sushi. What is that about? Anyway, sushi, that is not my thing. I really say ushering something in, something about an usher. You could be a lamp or something about an amp or a lamp. A lamp at a camp or a campsite. Campsite, camp, a camp. There's a yes. Might be telling someone yes to go camping. You could click with someone, click, or there is a click. But there's luck, a luck because you click. Luck, lucky. Lucky push. Yeah, the energy's giving you a lucky push in the right direction here. Something about a big rig or something's rigged. Pig, what? The zodiac sign of the pig or something about a pig or swine or kosher. Could be the pick. It could be getting picked or something, or somebody's picky about what they're going to pick. Something could be icky and therefore you're not going to pick it. We got a grip, hush. The mall could be significant. A call at the mall. Something about a call about the mall or at the mall or from the mall. IP address or something possibly. Kentucky, Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, Maine, South Carolina, Brunswick, Hawaii, the US. Think about all. Someone could be a pal or your friend. Something about in a second or something about somebody says in a sec or there's a section. Cross section. Got Rick. Ash. See about Ash or Ashy. Could be shy. About being shy. I understand. Okay. Um, Something's a mess, or something about a mess. Fussy. Something's fussy. Fussy. A fussy hussy. Is that what's is that the talk? Yak. Yakety yak. Lip. Yeah, that's yak. Lip. What is that? Lip service is talking, right? Got a blur. Something's blurred. A cure. Cure is blurred. That was an E. Sorry. Something's pure. Pure cure. Okay. Now I'm gonna enter on the pure. Ah, okay, I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for sticking around if you didn't. And if you didn't, see you next time.